You're listening to a portion of our conversation from episode 292, featuring the Jurassic Wire with myself, Brad Jost, and co-host Aaron Beyer. If you want to hear the full conversation, download the episode on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, or wherever else you listen to podcasts. Today we discuss Mattel's Amber Collection legacy within the Jurassic toy line. We compare it to the 3 3/4 inch figures, higher-end products, and other similar lines from other franchises. As always, be sure to let us know what you think, and of course, we hope you enjoy it.
I have no thoughts on this.
All right. That's fine. Let's move on to our next topic. I want to talk about the Amber Collection's legacy, I guess, a little bit, and kind of discuss, what it is, what it's been, what it's become. And I think, I know I'm going to handle a lot of it, I guess, because you have not gotten into collecting the Amber Collection.
No.
And I want to talk about that too. So the Amber Collection for me, I'll lay out my feelings on it. I really dig it. I know it's like it's becoming a line where people are criticizing it a lot more, rightfully so. But I like it. I really do dig it. I'm looking around. Where did I put it? So the other day, I just got the baby T-Rex, right?
That thing
And it's an interesting one. It's not the perfect take, right? But I dig it. I still dig this thing. I like it a lot. I know the color is crazy. It's not accurate. I know. So the way I like to think of it is, hey, if you wanted that confirmation that the Rex from JP3 is the baby Rex in the Lost World, here it is.
there you go.
But outside of that, no, I don't believe that. Sorry, my watch is about to go off. But I dig this thing despite the flaws, despite the color and everything. And that's like the take that I have with a lot of this line. I like the line. I love the line despite the flaws. And I don't know how good that is of a scenario to for a line, for a toy line, but I don't know if there's enough of me out there to keep this thing going. I like it. I'm going to buy most of them. I think the only one that I have not gotten yet is the second Ian Malcolm that we got for some reason. We got a second Ian Malcolm that had like maybe a little bit more of an open shirt or something.
Sure.
And he came with like a walkie-talkie, I think, instead of something else, instead of the flare, maybe. I don't know. Maybe he came also with the flare. I don't know. But I was like, I didn't like that Ian Malcolm enough the first time. I barely wanted that one. So why would I get a second one? We know that the likeness on the humans is nothing to write home about at all.
No,
it's not good. For the most part, for every part, for the most part, I guess. Nedry's okay. He looks good. I think he's fine. Hammond, I dig Hammond. I think that looks pretty awesome. Ellie's like close, almost. Ian, like I said, not into that really. What else do we have? Owen, I think looks good. And Ray Arnold looks okay. Doesn't look anything really like Samuel L. Jackson or Ray Arnold, but it's fine. It's okay.
Sure.
That's the problem is when you stack it up against a Marvel figure from I think Hasbro. Those look exactly like Samuel L. Jackson, and they're literally in this same, if not lower price range. You look at the Star Wars figures for Mace Windu. Window kind of almost works because he flew out of a window, and died. But Mace Windu looks like Mace Windu, and it looks like Samuel L. Jackson. So I don't know what's going on here, why these characters can't look like them. And this conversation I think was a lot like sparked from. I know Victoria from Victoria's Cantina just got the Alan Grant in the mail, and she did a review on it. So go check out her review. I think it's something that's not good. I don't know if you've taken a deep look into that, but
I only have one. I only have one of these figures.
It's not good.
It is horrible. that's the best one they have. That's the best one. That's the one with the promo images. Ah,
Yeah, it's just not a great looking figure. He looks like you know, I don't, there's no soft way to put this. He looks like he like died and has been embalmed, and like that's the face that he was stuck with. You know, like that is just it's bad. The face on the ground in this picture, which is like the secondary head that you can attach on, looks better.
yeah, I think they should have
In
put that one
Victoria's,
on for this image.
yeah,
Yeah.
but the problem is which is not showcasing it here. In Victoria's video, there's giant holes in the side of his head for the sunglasses. So you literally cannot have that head without the sunglasses on, or else it looks horrible because there's big holes in the side of his head. So I don't know. I mean, it's like you know, it's just not a good looking figure, and it's a bummer. This one, you know, I really want Alan Grant. I really want him in my collection, and I will have him. He will be there, but like, I'm just bummed. You know, I'm bummed about that one for sure. So talk me through where you sit with the Amber collection. Bring me back to like, hey, the Amber collection is announced. It's coming out. You know, you can pre-order the Raptor and Owen and you know, Ian and stuff like that. Like, where were you standing at that point?
I was pretty open. I was not going to be getting into it.
Yeah.
If I recall correctly, I was like, these things have to be really special, which they weren't. I was pretty open. I was not into it because I collected. I mean, look, at the end of the day, if I ever get back into, if I ever have the ability to take out my toys, at the end of the day, the Mattel dinosaurs are supplemental to the Kenner things. So like, if it was ever like, if I'm in my 40s and it's like, hey, let's play with toys. The Mattel, the Kenner humans are the humans, and the Mattel dinosaurs just fit into all the Kenner stuff. I think if they were to lean a little heavier into humans and vehicles, I think that you could like, I think you could persuade me to be like, okay, let's go deeper into like their collection, but they didn't. So for me, it's like, I like things that are to scale. I want my humans to have big dinosaurs and little dinosaurs and dinosaurs that are their size, and like,
yeah,
I feel like the standard line gets close to that in the Kenner theme, like the Kenner love, right? Whereas the Amber collection, it was just this one-off thing. And what I want you to do, because here's what we need. I want you to go to Sideshow, and I want you to pull this. Can you pull up a website on the video here? I'm sure.
Yeah, I can.
All right. So I want you to go to Sideshow, Sideshow's website, and I want you to look up Final Fantasy on there.
Okay.
And Square Enix has their own toy brand called Play Arts Kai. Now they're expensive. So like Cloud Strife is like 155 US, but he looks so incredibly good. And he's crazy detailed. Now the thing is, these are overpriced. There's no way that really should justify $155. So like, I feel like if you could just come down in price by like half at like, at 75 or whatever, I would actually be more inclined to buy this. If the quality could get this good in the Jurassic line, I would be more inclined to spend 75 on Alan Grant as opposed to the 30 on this Grant that like does not look good. Also keep in mind that with a toy like the Amber collection in Canada, double the price. These things are easily $50 to $60 for these Amber collection figures because of the way the tax.
Yikes!
Yeah. So like, I just knew I was never going to do it. Like a little Owen figure is like $12 here, the little ones. So I just knew it. Like if the dinosaurs were super special, like I did get the Tiger Stripe Raptor, but like that's kind of where I drew the line with the Amber collection. even this, like the Iron Studio stuff, I don't think the Iron Studio stuff looks amazing. Now you want to talk about an expensive collectible? I think Prime 1 is really where it's at.
Yeah.
But those are crazy expensive. Though you're talking $800 for something.
Yeah, that's rough. I mean, yeah, I know there's like the whole, let's swap out, let's not collect one thing and then I'll just put it all into the pot for this, or something like that. I don't know. I mean, to me, yes, I know. Like if you look behind me, I'm just throwing money at Mattel for like everything, whatever.
Oh, I don't want to give the impression that I'm like saving my money, because for anybody who saw my office about 2 months ago,
sure, yeah,
I'm not, but
yeah, but like that's the thing. Like I don't know. I feel like it's more digestible and it's like feels better to me to be like, oh, let me just pick up like a few of these and then be done with it. But then like in the next time I go, like in another week or two, I'll be like, all right, let me just get a few of these and then I'm good. That feels more easily digestible than like, hey, let me pre-order this $270 figure where I'm like, oh god, I don't know.
No, okay, but like, look,
I know there's like the flex pay and stuff like that where
look, no, I'm not getting into that. But like, if you look at the Play Arts, if you look at the Play Arts Kai quality, would you not spend $60 on? Would you not rather spend $60 on something that looks really, really good as opposed to these $30? Like they don't look great. They like the Amber collection does not look great.
I know that's the thing. I've committed to a scale, across multiple brands too. Like the Black Series. I'm into the Black Series, so I love that scale. I think it's great, and they've gotten better and better and better. Same thing with what do you call it? Plasma series for Ghostbusters. I got the originals, the original 4 Ghostbusters, Dana, Gozer. And actually I saw the newer ones in the store the other day, and I put them in my cart, and then I was thinking about that price tag and I was like, excuse me.
Get it out there, buddy.
Sorry. Yeah, under the weather. But I put them in my cart, but I was like, I don't know, $20 for 3 of these guys. I'm like, I don't know. Do I want to spend $60 on this? I hesitated, and I'm like, I put them back. I'm like, I know I'm going to regret this. I walked down to the Halloween section, and I found a big blow up Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and I got that instead. It was also $60. So I'm like, I feel better. I feel better about this. So I got that.
It's all a waste of money.
It's all a waste. I know. It's all terrible. But, and then I was like, I know I'm going to regret putting those back on the shelf. I saw them the next time that I went to Target. I was like, well, they're still here. I got to get them this time. I put them in my cart, and then I was like, I don't know. I don't have an attachment to this because it's like it's the new versions, the new movie versions. I'm like, I haven't seen the movie yet. I don't know that I care enough yet. I mean, I love Ghostbusters and I love the other 3, sorry. But I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to get into these ones just yet. So there's literally a plasma series Ghostbuster figure of a kid, and it says his name is Podcast. I don't know why it says his name is Podcast, but maybe that's his name. They're just like, hey, Podcast, get over here. We're gonna hunt ghosts. I don't know. Maybe they do that in the movie, and they just call him that because that's all he does.
Wait, did you say you love the other 3?
I do. I love all 3. I actually really dig the third one.
I think you and I need to have a discussion.
We are. This is a discussion right here.
Really? The third?
I love
I don't
it, man.
I don't care that it's Lady Ghostbusters. That does not bother me. The movie, I could not get into it.
I find it pretty funny. I don't always love all the jokes in that movie. I think some of them fall flat, but I dig I dig them as the Ghostbusters. I think they're awesome.
I will say it's not as atrocious as people make it out to be, but it's not.
No, not at all. And I actually think like the CG looks incredible in that movie. Like everything is so believable. The ghosts and everything look awesome. There's one moment where Holtzman has like these sidearm like plasma guns or whatever they are. And I'm like, this is the coolest moment in any Ghostbuster movie like ever, where she's just like taking out ghosts left and right, and it's just amazing. But you know, and I think there was tons of setup, and in a way they could have incorporated that movie into the larger universe, but I don't think we'll ever see that. But anyway, so like I was saying, I've committed to like a scale. I only have one. What do you call it? Like one of these bigger ones. I don't even know if. Let's see if it's on here.
The
it's
6 scale. You have a 6 scale Indiana Jones on your back. Shelf
there somewhere. I guess it's not on this site.
They might not have it anymore.
But yeah, it's behind me. It's the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull Indy. Oh, it looks like it's right here. Kingdom of the Crystal Skull Indy with the fridge and like a few masks and things and like a crystal skull. I love it. I think it's awesome.
I have the Raiders. I have the Hot Toys Raiders Indy, and it's absolutely fantastic. And I think that's another thing too. Like Chronicle was gonna do 6 scale figures. Their Alan Grant looked pretty bad even in promo images, but the Raptor was awesome looking. Now, whether or not the final product was gonna be good, we'll never know. I don't know whatever happened with Chronicle. Like I don't know what the final outcome was, but
I don't know. I'd never followed up, to see anymore. Alan Grant, you can Google it, but it won't show up when you actually search on the website.
Well, because Sideshow's probably taking it down.
But it does exist on their website somewhere. But here it is. And I think it looks pretty good. He looks like the hat one, not so much.
I think that's the thing. Is like you want him with the hat, and it just looks weird. It looks so weird. Like his clothes are ill-fitting, and it's so.
I think he might have that like Harrison Ford issue where it's like Harrison is like a tough, and you hear this from a lot of comic book artists and stuff like that about like Harrison Ford was so hard to draw and to get right on the page, and I wonder if like Sam Neill has that same issue where it's
I think Sam Neill might have that same
issue. And
Jeff
Goldblum too, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not terrible. I think like some of these images look pretty great. Like,
I mean, I was gonna get this. It's just that they closed. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's what we had, at the time.
Yeah. And what was this? This was running for $230.
It was way too expensive. No, it was more. I think it was more. Was it more? Oh yeah, way too expensive.
$230 here on the website, but yeah.
Because my argument was that Hot Toys were $230, and this was nowhere near the quality. Dude, look up the new Back to the Future Hot Toys on Sideshow's website. Yeah. They're stunning, and I think they're less than $230.
Let me see.
You know what? They might be, or I might be way wrong on that. Actually, they might be like $280.
All right, here we go.
Oh my gosh! Look at these guys.
All right, yeah, $270. So,
but look at that is Michael J. Fox.
That is amazing.
That is someone shrunk Michael J. Fox.
So good.
It's so good.
Yeah. It's very good. And this picture here, this is the picture that like killed me. I was like, I saw this and I was like, I need this. I'm not exactly loving Doc here, but I was like, I need the clock. I know it's just like an image in the background or whatever, but like I'm like, I need everything here because it all looks awesome.
It's so good.
So this to me, I was like, I definitely, I think I'm treading into that water, I think, where I'm like, I might be getting these. I know the pre-order is available, $60, $75 per month, starting at the Flex.
For those who are just listening, you need to go to Sideshow Collectibles website, and you need to look for like Hot Toys, Back to the Future, and look up Play Arts Final Fantasy. And these are the things we're talking about in comparison. I mean, of course, they're more expensive than Amber Collection, so it's not really fair to compare. But
no,
I would just so much rather invest money in. Again, I would rather spend $70 on a really nice looking Grant action figure as opposed to like the $30 on the Grant action figure that just looks like a blown up version of the 3 3/4 inch one. Like, and maybe not even that good. I don't really know. The nice thing about 3 3/4 inch is that it's so small that it leaves enough to the imagination. similar to the old Kenner stuff at the 5-inch, range.
Yeah.
Small enough. They didn't look like their actor counterparts, but some of them did. But like, okay, like I think is this NECA? Is that what the brand is?
This is NECA, yeah. And this NECA also is, if you're going to compare, this is what you would compare the
right NECA. I have a NECA ET, and it's phenomenal.
NECA ET. Oh man.
Yeah.
So they got a lot of the Back to the Future. I have them all so far behind me. So that's the thing. I'm like into that scale, and I think NECA does a fantastic job.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, they give you these incredibly detailed boxes, which are like some of the coolest boxes. I literally put them on my wall because I'm like, this is amazing. I love this stuff. But if you look at look at the detail.
Wow.
Like, the Marty is not great. I'll give it. I have how many Martys? I have 3. No, I have 1, 2, 4 Martys behind me, and they're not perfect. They're not great. Like you can see, this one behind him is not too great. But Doc, man, Doc is killing it. Like, he looks so good.
I think what leads to him being so good in toy form is that he's almost a cartoon in those movies to begin with. He's so he's so expressive, and his features are so like refined. Like Michael J. Fox, standard white guy. Doc Brown, white guy, but like very defined and very like unique. Like when you see Christopher Lloyd, it's Christopher Lloyd. You know what I'm saying? There is no you can't mistake. It's almost like we were talking before the podcast, the sin of remaking Back to the Future, right? And I don't think that the problem really lies in. I don't think the problem lies in the DeLorean, because I think you just keep it a DeLorean. I don't think the problem lies in Marty. I think you just cast any teen heartthrob of today. The problem lies in Christopher Lloyd. You will never cast anyone as good as Christopher Lloyd. Am I wrong? Am I wrong in this? Am I on an island in this thought?
I don't think you're wrong.
Again, major sin to remake these movies, but
so I am very interested though in seeing how the musical turns out. I'm trying to find the cast for the musical.
There's a musical.
Roger Bart. So Roger Bart is actually like a guy that everybody knows. This guy. You might not know his name. Roger Bart. Let's take a look. It's this guy here, and you know who this guy is. Like, he's playing Doc Brown in the musical. So I'm really interested. He's well versed in musical theater and stuff like that. So, can he pull off the Doc Brown in the musical? I'm really interested to see. So we'll wait and see. But the score is going to come out sometime in the near future, so I'm excited about that.
What? But this musical just looks like they're on the set of Back to the Future.
I know. I don't know why these images are so tiny, but it looks fun. It looks like it could be cool. But and this is the thing. I tend to not give credit to a lot of these kinds of musicals where I'm like, it just seems like they've done it with so many movies at this point where you're like, I don't know if it's going to be any good or not. But I will
Marty,
say, I don't know. I think it was just some
exactly. You don't know. You don't care. No one cares who plays Marty.
That's the thing about Back to the Future itself. I mean, even though that this kind of dispels what you're saying, like Eric Stoltz was Marty McFly, and it didn't work. It didn't work, so they actually refilmed some of the movie with Michael Keaton here. No, Michael
Keaton. Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton will make a great Doc Brown.
Speaking of Michael Keaton, the musical that I didn't get enough credit to was Beetlejuice, and it's become my favorite musical ever. It's amazing, and I love that. I love that musical. So anyway, but I got Beetlejuice stuff behind me as well. You name it, it's back there. But yeah, anyway, I dig this scale, and I think NECA has been producing some great stuff for cheaper than the Amber collection.
So what's this NECA figure cost? What's this one cost?
It's like $2 or $24, something like along those lines. And it comes with maybe it's up to 30, maybe. So it might be like right on par with the Amber collection, but like, it comes with like really cool props. The clothes are legit. Like they look like, this looks like he's wearing real clothes. I can't necessarily say that about the Amber collection. Sure, this Marty is kind of mixed up in what it is. Like, I don't know why he has the invisible hand in this outfit with this guitar. That doesn't sync up with the movie, but you just don't put it on. I dig what NECA's doing, and they have some Universal monsters now too. I have Frankenstein's monster behind me. That's pretty great. The problem with NECA is that they are extremely fragile. Like, I will literally the latest Doc Brown that came out. Like,
you're gonna pick your pose. Yeah, you're gonna pick your pose and your pieces, and you're gonna leave them that way, because the more you change them,
if you can even get to that point, because I can't. With these Back to the Future ones, I've had a hard time even getting to that point where, like, I literally take it out of the box and it breaks as I'm taking it out, or it's broken in the box, or I take it out and then I try to put like a little briefcase in Doc's hand that has all the money for the different eras, and then the handle just breaks right off, like as I'm putting it into his hand. I've had several hands bust off, and you can't put them back because the wrong end broke off. Like, so it's just, it's a trade-off. Like, you're getting a beautiful looking figure, but like, it's very fragile. That handle there that I have in the video broke right off. So now I'm like, it's impossible to sometimes return these things to these companies. So I just have it there on the shelf, broken. I mean, it's just this briefcase, so it's not a big deal. But it's a trade-off. You're paying the same amount as the Amber collection, but you're getting something that could break, and it could be a struggle to replace it or whatever. But I don't know. And then you also have the what do you call it? The Black Series, which I think is like a good middle ground, where it's cheaper than some of these, but like it doesn't come with all the cool stuff that the NECA stuff comes with. But but they look great too. They look great for the most part.
You kind of approached me with this topic of like, what would get me specifically into the Amber collection. And, I mean, I don't want to be the guy, but like,
what's it gonna take?
I don't think anything. Like, this thing could have flesh, and I'd be like,
Grant, no.
I don't really know. But like, where I would like to see Mattel go, and I've seen, is it Jurassic Collect who has done it, or is it the compound, Jurassic Compound or something? They take the
brothers.
I would like to see them go more into the fantastical that Kenner kind of took it into, the Saturday morning cartoon feel. Like, like someone did where they took the Ian Malcolm, the bigger one, the Amber collection one, and they put the Kenner Ian Malcolm like Ghostbuster bazooka in his hands, and it just looked so cool. Like, it's not right at all.
I think that was Ted. Yeah, I think that was.
Was it Ted that did that? It was so cool.
Let me see if I can find that picture real quick.
But I mean, like you said earlier, oh, here's this cool image. I wish Mattel would do something like that. Like, yeah, I wish they would do. Just, you don't gotta go crazy. I don't think the Kenner stuff was crazy, but like this idea that the Jeep had like a slide out seat, similar to what the Lost World had in their InGen vehicle, or like, the fact that like Alan Grant had like a net launcher that was on it, like, that's kind of cool. It's not insane. It's not like they're
a nuke is kind of, it's a little out.
Honestly, I didn't even know what that was until I was like much older. I had no idea it was a bomb. But like, are we sure it's a bomb?
Yeah, I mean, it's a nuke. I mean, it's
got a radioactive symbol. Are we sure it's not like a canister with like embryos in it or something?
I mean, I think the description says nuke.
Oh, but okay, sure. But I'm not saying go completely crazy, but I would love to see them embrace like just something. Like, it is fun to have these characters have like their real weapons, but like the weapons for like Star Wars are fun things like lightsabers and blasters, whereas like the weapons for Jurassic people are not all that exciting. The only weapon in Jurassic Park is a rifle, a shotgun, and then what? All these other characters have walkie-talkies and flashlights and sunglasses. I mean, I don't know. It's just
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I don't care about like another flare. Do I need another flare?
yeah, right. Like,
So I think this is what you're referring to.
oh,
with,
it's so cool. I don't think it was this image exactly, but yeah, it's
yeah, I couldn't find the exact image,
it's
but
so
yeah.
cool. It's so cool. It looks like a Ghostbuster.
Yeah, it really does.
It's gonna bust some dinos.
I know. I wish there would be some chances taken with stuff like this, but you know, I'm gonna continue on with the Amber collection. I just, you know,
I mean, more power to you, man.
yeah, I know. It's just like it's tough because I can't really say like, oh, definitely pick up this Alan Grant because I don't think it looks good. You know, I don't know. I mean,
I think about
like it'll look fine over there on my shelf. Like I won't be able to see it all that well.
let's think about let's think about this. Lex Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when she gets her Amber collection figure, which she will, people will be excited. All right.
Mm-hmm.
They'll go pick her up. There'll probably be a few extras on the shelves, but people will be excited to finally have a Lex Murphy figure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we might nitpick about the quality later down the line. When she gets a 3 3/4 figure, people are going to be frothing at the mouths, no matter what the quality. They will buy whatever $70 dinosaur they deem worthy of sticking her with, and they will break people's faces to get the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive that she inevitably is next year, right? Like, this is what I'm saying. It's like the 3 3/4 has a quality, and it's the fact that it fits with everything else. So I mean, that's just kind of where I'm at with being excited for figures. You know, like when the Ray Arnold got announced for Amber, I was like, oh, okay, like cool. Glad we finally have a Ray Arnold. Can't wait for the 3 3/4. And then what was it? It was me clicking my mouse for 3 3/4 day. You know, ordering 2.
You know, the 3 3/4. We've talked about that so much, but like, it's fine. Like, I'm, you know, I like the scale. I like how everything's together, but like, I mean, the humans are I'll get them all, but like, I just don't care all that much about them because with that scale, you know, the likeness is not like anything to write home about. None of them really, you know, are that great. But then Timmy looks good. Timmy looks pretty good.
And then I guess you and me are we're just after different things, right? Like you're hunting down likeness. I'm chasing the nostalgia of what Kenner was able to give me. I mean,
that's why I'm down on the 3 3/4 because that's not giving me the size that I want. Like I've always looked down on 3 3/4 inch, and I know that's weird to say because that is the original size. Like that is the not for Jurassic, but like
not for Jurassic.
Like the common size for figures. You know, for toy figures. You know, Star Wars. You know, that's the size of Star Wars figures, and I've gotten out of those. I got a bunch of them, but like I'm done. I'm done with those. I don't want them anymore.
The thing with Star Wars is that like most of your characters are humanoids, right? So like you can have a good like you're not really the only thing you're competing with in scale in Star Wars, I feel like, is the spaceships, right?
Yeah.
So like if you weren't into collecting the spaceships, I could easily see these larger scales being cool. But like in order to make humans that are in scale to dinosaurs, you almost have to do them in 3 3/4. I don't even think like 5 or 6 inch really makes sense anymore with the cost of, you know, some of these dinosaurs would get up to like $40 or $50 by the time you put them into a rough scale of a 5-inch figure. You know, I was thinking about it and I was like, man, Mattel has really kind of let us down with the humans. And I will actually say Jurassic Park is getting pretty fleshed out. Jurassic Park, you know. I would even argue that Fallen Kingdom is pretty robust, minus
not fully, but it's you know
it's almost there.
Close.
I think just where we need to get is like once they start filling out the Lost World characters, hopefully one day. I mean, I don't think they will. Like, do you really think we're gonna get a 3 3/4 rolling tempo? Like, I just don't think it's gonna happen.
I think so.
Did the Lost
I think we'll get there.
When's the Lost World celebrating 30 years? 97, 17, 20, like in a couple of years, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
2027.
It just had its 25th, I think.
Right. Recently. So 2027. So if they didn't do if Mattel had the license for the 25th and didn't do anything, I really don't think we're getting anything until the 30th, if we get anything at all.
I don't know. I mean, I like I say all the time, I've been surprised that they're continually rolling out stuff, but it does seem like right now they want to fulfill the Jurassic Park era.
Who's left? Who's left in Jurassic Park? We got Lex,
Gennaro, Wu.
That's three more. That's 3 more years of figure releases, dude.
Well, I don't know if they're going to do that though. I mean, I think at some point you just got to like ramp it up. Like, cause look at this year. I mean, you have the Explorer, which came with Timmy, and then you had also Ray Arnold. So like you had 2 right there, right?
Yeah.
So, they could roll out 2 more, I guess, 2, 3. If they got like, especially for next year with Dominion and everything, they could roll out a bunch of things.
Well, with Dominion, we're gonna get all those. We're gonna get all those figures that we got during Fallen Kingdom, like all the classic ones. They're gonna reissue all of those.
I'm afraid of that. I'm very afraid of that. I hope.
Why are you afraid of that? Just because you don't. Well, there's new fans. There's new fans coming in every year.
But I don't want them. not the fans, but like I don't want to see those fans. I don't want you fans. We don't want fans. We're fine as we are. No. I like these figures. They're fine as they are, but like I don't want to see them on the shelf. It's taking up space again. I think if they were to, it's obvious that they want to refer back to those characters because they are going to be in this new movie, like Alan and Ellie and Ian. But I would like them to like say, hey, here's Lost World Ian. We didn't release him yet. Let's put him out there, and let's put out JP3. I know they put out one JP3 Alan, which is like what outfit was that? But like, put out another one and put out a JP3 Ellie, and I know it's just her, at home, but give her like a baby to hold or something, because that's one of the scenes you see is she's walking in with a baby in her arm.
I'm happy that I'm actually not happy. I'm really sad that the first thing that came to mind was JP3 Ellie over Sarah Harding. Wow, buddy.
No, because Sarah's not in Dominion. I'm talking about the core, the 3. Sure. Yeah, I'm like, how are you going to give her like a satellite phone or something so she can communicate with Alan, the JP3 Alan or whatever, give some things here that you can like, there's not much to grab from for Ellie for JP3, right? I mean,
how is Sarah Harding not in Dominion?
I don't know. We've talked about that.
I don't even need her as like a main character, but like the movie should open with her observing these animals in their natural habitat and all. Like, in the beginning of the Jurassic Park book, there's a discovery of the dinosaur, and there's kind of this like chain of people that like you follow the chain of people who are learning that dinosaurs are real, and that chain eventually leads to like Grant and Ellie going to the island, right? Just put her as one person in the chain of events that's happening in the first like 15 minutes of this movie.
Look, maybe she has a cameo. I don't know. I don't think so, but
I doubt it. I heard she wasn't asked.
Like, well, we've talked about, I think, unless it was a live stream, but like the fact that like in terms of like that chain of command of who are you going to call first? Like, Alan, he makes sense because he was digging up dinosaurs, and yes, Ellie was too, but like she prides herself as being the paleobotanist. Like, so I'm like, Sarah's the one who studies the animals in the wild,
animal behavior,
predators, and all these behaviors, and like, so I'm like, she is, out of anybody, she's the number one over Alan, over Ian. Yeah. You would call her over everybody. You call her, maybe even over Owen and the likes of them. Like, call her first. Because like she should know how a lot of these things would adapt in the wild. Like that's her deal. So her not being here, it's mind blowing. But yes, I do want a Sarah Harding figure as well.
I mean, look, I was watching your last live stream. I don't need like a return of like very minor characters, right? But Sarah Harding is not a minor character.
What did I say something about a minor character
I think
returning?
you were talking about like you would like to see like was it maybe like Degler or something or somebody. There was somebody, and I was just like, no, we're getting. You said you kept saying names, and you were like, there's not enough time in this movie to see all these people. But to me, there's for sure enough time to get a Sarah Harding cameo in there for sure.
Yeah.
She doesn't need to be with Ian. She doesn't need. It can just be her own scene, and she calls up the crew.
Yeah. Maybe she alerts them that hey, there's a T-Rex. I'm at the movie theater right now. I'm at the drive-in, and there's a T-Rex here. Somebody send a chopper.
I mean, it's no offense. It's no offense to Julianne Moore. Like, how expensive can Julianne Moore be? I mean,
I don't know. I mean, expensive enough, I guess, but or busy. Too busy maybe. But
I mean, yeah. I mean, she keeps working. I didn't mean it like in that way. I'm just saying like she is not a Chris Pratt, right? She is not like a Bryce Dallas Howard, right?
Yes, I don't know. Yeah.
At
what point is there diminishing returns? I don't know. But
if you want to make the fans happy, there is never too much money you can
seriously.
Spend. We all saw Endgame. There is no amount of money that you can spend.
Seriously,
it's bad.
But you say there's nothing to get you back to the Amber collection or into the Amber. What you said you have one?
I have the Tiger Stripe Raptor, and not because I think it looks like the Tiger Stripe Raptor.
Yeah,
but because I think it looks close enough to the PlayStation 1 Tiger Stripe Raptor. And you can do the pose because they had it in the promo video. You can do the pose that the Tiger Stripe Raptor in the Lost World video game did. So I was like, okay, cool, like sold. But okay. I mean,
yeah, I don't know. Well, the point of the Amber collection that we want to get across is Julianne Moore needs to be in Jurassic World Dominion. So get your facts straight, everybody. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna keep going along with this line for however long it goes. If it stops tomorrow, I can do anything about that. But hopefully it keeps going for a little bit more. But I just wish the quality was a little bit better. But overall, I'm still going to keep going.
I'm happy for those that want them, but I will say I think it's problematic that there's not been a T-Rex. Like, and I know you can never do that to scale, but like, really, there's not been a T-Rex. The baby.
It's not meant. Yeah, it's not meant to be like this. To scale line. Really.
No, I know, but then just do a T-Rex.
It's the super colossal. That is to scale. But
I'm not saying to scale. Like, isn't the whole point of these to be a little higher, more detail, a little more quality?
I mean, look, I love that super colossal. I think that thing is one of the best ones. The detail is pretty great on that.
For sale. I don't like it.
You don't? Why? Why? It's so good. It's still one of my favorite ones that they've produced, and it's to scale with the Amber collection, which is awesome.
I think like in that pose. From very far away, I think it looks cool. Like I almost wish I had a toy lion. I wish I had a toy lion right here instead of these two guys.
You got to get this Alan Grant. You got to get him, put him up there.
I like the smaller one. I like the thrash and not the thrash and throw. What's the one I like?
I don't like
the extreme chomp.
I don't like that one.
You're crazy, man. Crazy.
I see that scale is messed up to me. That whole scale is feels wrong. It feels too small.
So here's the thing:
the size that came with the Explorers, and I'm like, it just feels tiny.
It's the right scale, except for the fact that the Indominus and the Spinosaurus are too big by comparison. I think, but you know what? Maybe you are not wrong. It is small, but I think like the thrash and throw. I think the thrash and throw is too big.
Thrash. I don't know. I don't have that one.
It's the next scale up T-Rex that they keep doing.
I think that's the same scale as the. I hate these names, man. These names are the worst. Stomping. Right?
Yeah, one of those.
Is that the one with the breakaway thing? Maybe.
Oh, I don't know.
I think it is. I think it's the breakaway. The whatever it is. That one's pretty good. I think it's the same scale as that. I do like the bite and fight. That one's always been one of my favorites. But the stomp and strike or whatever it is right up there. I think it's really great. But I guess that's the Amber Collection's legacy. What will it mean overall? It's just going to be this like attempt at a collector's line that never really hit the mark, but was collected anyway, I guess. I don't know. So anyway, why don't we move on to our next topic while we're here? So I don't know what to say about this, but I thought maybe you would.